And what Shefali does is absolutely fantastic as well, because I mean, she's been running her own business in 2D explainer videos and stuff along those lines for a long time, and she does brilliant work. I mean, you know, some of the videos that she does, it's pretty cool. It is pretty snazzy, you know, to say the least. So
the word that comes to me when I see the explainer video, Shefali, I love the humor that comes out on the ones that you post. You know, the content sometimes is very sort of dry, but the way the narration and the explanation happens on that whiteboard, it keeps you engrossed. You know, you just want to see. Maybe I've got a little bit of technical geekiness in me or something, but seriously, from a viewer's perspective, you really want to watch that video because there's something happening, something moving, so it catches your attention. And then automatically as you listen, there's a little bit of recognition or cognition that happens out there. So love it.
Yeah,
love it.
They can be very powerful. The
engagement
videos.
In the video, the audience get connected and they definitely convert into the clients.
Yeah. So when a brand is firming up its digital presence, is that you're reaching out as a brand, you're creating a content, you're offering your service, and you have the specialization of creating explainer videos, right? Okay. So share with us how that adds to the brand's voice, the brand's authenticity. When you do a explainer video, how does it help the brand, and in turn that helps a business?
When we create explainer videos, we need to explain the complex processes in a simple and easy to understand language. So whether it is related to the healthcare sector, or it is related to technology or the software that we are using, we need to create explainer videos that give a very good impact on the viewer. They try to understand in a simple 60 seconds what we are trying to explain. So here the explainer video plays a great role. They
Absolutely.
need to be something, a storytelling video or something that connects the brand with the audience.
Right. So then it adds to the brand's voice by engaging the audience through that visual explanation.
Yes.
Exactly.
Right.
So Shefali, if you don't mind my asking, so let's say, for example, when a company or a brand comes to you to work on their explainer videos, what is the discovery process that you will normally go through? I mean, and just explain the process as to, let's say, for example, if I was a client coming to you with my idea, right? You know, what is the process that you will go through, in trying to decode what I'm trying to tell you, and then bringing it out into a visual format through your videos?
Okay, the first step that we have is we have a Skype or a Zoom conference with the client. The entire session is recorded, where my entire team sits and we discuss the project. And once the process starts, the client has to fill up the form, which has questions related to the target audience, the market they are trying to target. They submit the form, and the script writer then starts with the process. Within 24 hours, we come up with the questions related to the product, and then we work on the script writing process. Once that is approved, then we start with the storyboarding process. Storyboarding is a visual representation of the script. And the illustrator will work on the storyboard process. Once that is approved, then we start with the voiceover process and the animation process and background music, and the final video is ready for the client.
Fantastic. So how long generally does this process take, from like conception to actually delivery?
Yeah, the entire process from concept to completion normally takes 2 weeks, and it also depends upon the complexity of the project. It may go to up to 3 weeks also. Like recently we did 2 projects on the cloud. One we were able to deliver within 2 weeks, and the other has gone more than 3 weeks. We are still working because it is a longer duration video, more than 3 minutes.
Understand.
So it totally depends upon communication time, revision rounds, and the complexity of the project.
Got you. So is there any like a standard for explainer videos? Like you were mentioning, it should be explained in 60 seconds, or is there
No, like it depends. If it is for a website and they wanted a short video, we keep it 60 seconds. But if it is going for funding purpose to the investor, it may go to 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Like one of my clients, we created a 60-second video for pitching.
Right.
And he said he immediately got funding for a good amount. The amount was very good. And he said putting in some few thousand rupees or like few $100 and getting the work done and getting the funding is a big thing.
Right. Of course. Thank you so much.
Definitely.
Thank you so much. That was very helpful to understand how the explainer videos actually work behind a brand.
See, I mean, that is so important. And I think, you know, the discussion that we were having at this present moment with Doyle and Shefali, their influence on their target market. And that is so important. And for the brand to actually take it to the next level, it's very, very important in this tech savvy and this tech ridden world, that, they visualize their concepts in a more succinct manner in the palm of your hand. And what better way to do that than explainer videos? Short messages which absolutely hit the point very, very nicely and very, very clearly as to what the brand message is and what the vision, mission, and the purpose of the brand is.
Doyle, digital marketing is a buzzword. I mean, let's be honest about it. Over the last decade, there's so many people saying so many things and so many agencies. I mean, you have digital marketing agencies everywhere. And your book, Breakthrough Digital, right? Can you share with us how a business and a brand benefits from your perspective and your methodology?
Well, I think fundamentally it comes down to having like a digital strategy, right? And a lot of businesses, they just kind of set up and run, and not that there's anything wrong with that, right? But statistically showing about 60% of businesses don't make it past year 5. And that can be actually quite profound for a lot of businesses. And some have, some reasons where you can't control it. But for the businesses that can control it, how do they get past that? Well, they have a strong foundation. They have a clear strategy. They have a clear, process or methodology and that sort of thing. So my message really is that you need to spend some time up front to build that strong foundation that's stable, and it has the piles and it has the concrete and it has the reinforcing rebar and that sort of thing. So that then allows you to build, however many stories you want, however big a building you want. It gives you that structure that's really, really important, and that a lot of businesses miss. And I get that we're kind of in this transformational stage as well, where people are not sure exactly how to build a business online, and people are not sure how to, what they need and that sort of thing. So I've taken it upon myself to say, okay, well, look, this can be simple. This can be pretty easy if you sort of create this methodology and how you do it. And that's honestly how I got started. Like in 2004, I built an e-commerce startup in Canada, and we eventually expanded it around the world. But it was based upon a sort of this creating a visual design studio, and then people could design their products and we could actually print and manufacture around the world. The problem was that we spent, about $350,000 on the website, which made it into a brilliant tool. But the fact is it wasn't a business, okay? And so we had to figure out, how do we actually build a business? How do we actually take these pieces? How do we build this strategy, this strategic architecture to actually provide that sense of value that people can recognize as well? And businesses that kind of miss that step, yes, they might survive, and yes, they might keep on going, but just imagine what you could do if you could, do you want to build the Burj Dubai, or, something Khalifi, I think they call it now, but do you want to build a massive building? Do you want to be able to build something that's going to last? And for that, you need a strategy, you need a foundation that kind of pulls these pieces together. So
great point. So the digitalization one by one, which is, as you said, companies are in transition, and a lot of people are sort of jumping all the way across without really having a good foundation in place. Brilliant suggestion. Thank you so much, Doyle. That's insightful. That's very helpful.